This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/gadgettv.
Hi, this is Andrew Moore Crispin for Gadget TV on Butterscotch.com, and today we're taking a look at the Sony Ericsson Vivaz Pro. Now you can see here a 3.2-inch touchscreen. This is actually a resistive touchscreen, so if we touch with our fingernail or with a pen or with a stylus that isn't included, you can see that we're actually able to activate the buttons that way. Now the real star of the show here is a 5.1 megapixel camera on the back for 5.1 megapixel stills. We can also record video in up to 720p high definition. So pretty exciting thing for a feature phone like this. Now the most interesting feature here, if we turn it on its side, you can see there's an accelerometer that makes this, well, whatever that is, a little wavy type thing, turn with us. But we'll notice that the screen orientation doesn't change. But we can actually slide this up, and now we have access to a 3-line QWERTY keyboard with some menu navigation buttons here. So now the keys, if I turn it this way, you can see they are pretty well flush with the phone itself. It is reasonably easy to type on, not as easy as, for example, a BlackBerry, but like I say, pretty easy to type on. If you're sending a lot of text messages and things like that, you want to do a lot of Twitter updates. There's also a Facebook app on here. Might be a phone you want to take a quick look at. Let's have a quick look at the hardware then. So we showed you the slide-out QWERTY keyboard. Earpiece is up here. If we look on the back, this is actually our power button here. Now we have the 5.1 megapixel camera that I mentioned with a flash that's here. In behind this door is a micro B USB connector. Really good to see a lot of the device manufacturers, even on feature phones, moving towards more standard type connectors for syncing and charging. We also have a 3-stage headphone jack here that uses that you can use with the bundled headset. Take a look on the other side. We have the volume rocker, which, as demonstrated by the little magnifying glass icon here, will also do zoom in and zoom out if you're in camera mode. Now, we mentioned the real star of the show being the 5.1 megapixel stills and the 720p video recording. So there are dedicated buttons. When you hold the camera in this orientation, you can either press this button to go right into the camera mode. When you're there, you can press it again to take a snap, or you can press this button to enter right into movie recording mode. Again, press that again to start recording. Now, we're running Symbian S60 here, so very much a feature phone operating system. If we have a look on the menu screen here, it is a little difficult to navigate, I've found. We do actually have some apps in here. I guess I've got to go that way. There we go. However, while there are some apps bundled in, I mentioned the Facebook app, there's an IM one, a couple different options here. So like I say, while there are some apps pre-bundled, there isn't really an easy way for users of this phone to actually go out and find new applications. So Nokia, maker of Symbian, on their own phones, they have the Ovi store. Nothing present like that, so syncing apps is really going to be downloading them on your computer and then finding a way to get them onto the device. Like I said, micro B USB port here, so at least the connection is going to be standard to get it onto our PC. Sound quality when making a call, probably the most important thing when you're looking at a feature phone, is good. If we press this center button here, we're supposed to be going back to menus. You can see that some of the buttons are actually appearing on the screen here. So in this case, press exit. At any time, we can go into the dial pad. Exit this again. Like I say, the navigation does get a little bit confusing. Across the top here, we have several options. We have our Twitter feed, we have a browser, we have the home screen, and we have the most recently recorded video, which is what's displaying here. So that's a quick look at the Sony Vivaz Pro. For Gadget TV, I'm Andrew Moore Crispin. For more sweet stuff, visit Butterscotch.com.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/gadgettv.